Before we get into this one, I really want to show you guys my old house, my first house in Springfield for two reasons. First, because you guys are going to laugh your ass off. It's just the same style as this house. But two, more importantly, going back to the bum son claim I was talking about earlier, I want to show you guys like how my first house looked. I split with two roommates just for you guys to really understand, like, bro, we were bumming, okay? So let me show you guys. My name was never on this lease, so I don't care. I can happily show you the full address. I don't give a okay? This is double what the price used to be. When I first moved in here, the landlord wanted $30,000 to own this house. And thank God I didn't buy that nuke. Oh my God. All right, here we go. So 1220 pool, baby. This is where I used to live. I've shown this house on Twitter. I don't know if I've ever shown it on stream, but I have shown this on Twitter. You guys are going to recognize my stream room pretty quick if you're OGs and you saw my old streams in this house. So that window up top is where my room was. I had the loft area, okay? We had two of the roommates. Our monthly rent was $650. Okay, we were supposed to split it three ways. However, it didn't end up happening that way. I ended up being the only one who ever fucking paid it. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. Mind you, this is like, they definitely came in and fixed this shit up. Like 100%. They came in and they fixed this shit up. So first and foremost, here's the kitchen. Nice door frame rotting out of the wall. They just painted over the rotting wood below it. You could still see the crack. They gave this the real landlord special. None of that brick is real. I'm going to highlight, okay? So let's go to the next view. So this stove never worked. The gas lines to this house were broken. Like there was a leak in them and they just cut off gas. This stove never worked, okay? This was the same fridge that we had. When the day we got to that house, it was full of gnats and we had to spend like 30 minutes cleaning the gnats out of the fridge, okay? All of the cabinets are basically hanging, dangling off the wall. You can see not a single one is even. Literally none of them are actually aligned. Look at this. This was my first crib, bro. This is the first place I lived after getting kicked out of my parents' house, dude. People who go online and they make excuses like, oh, bro, well, I can't do this, dude. Like, I can't do that. I can't afford it. It's like, okay, you should just say you're not willing to live in a shithole. Like, just say you're not willing to compromise your living standards, which is okay, but just say that, you know? It's not impossible. You're not willing to compromise your standards, right? This was the downstairs bathroom, the only bathroom in the house. We had 3 people living in there, 1 bathroom, and the bathroom was sandwiched between 2 bedrooms. I lived upstairs. So if I wanted to go to the bathroom at night, I literally had to wake someone up. I had to go downstairs and go through someone's room to get to the bathroom. It was the only fucking way, period, right? Next up, this is bedroom number 1. Actually, no, this is not bedroom. This is the living room. All the rooms look the same on the first floor of this house. It's pretty hard. This was the living room. So we didn't really have anything in here except like a little couch. We didn't even have a TV down here. I also want to highlight, look around, look for vents on the roofs or the walls. Do you guys see any vents? There's not any central air conditioning or heat in this entire home. Okay? Neither worked. There was not central AC. There was not central heat. We have a floor vent. In the kitchen, you see a floor vent full of spiders. Spiders would just crawl up. They get in through the crack in the back door of the basement, and then they'd crawl up through that, right? And then crawl up through that. So this is the living room. This is bedroom number 1. This is the one that Josh slept in before he left. You see all the nice mold hanging from the vent. That vent, there was nothing in that. It was literally just a hole in the ceiling that they put a vent over that I could see through from upstairs. Like I could literally look down through that hole and just be like, yo, like bring up a lighter. I need a lighter. And they would just come do it, right? They would just come do it. There's another one of those little floor vents, okay? One of those little, they just circulate the air. There was supposed to be a fan. I don't think the fan worked either. Like nothing worked. None of that stuff worked. Okay. Now, this, I believe, yeah, this is the other room. This is the one across from the kitchen. And then there's the door to the bathroom sandwiched in between the 2 rooms. Okay. So this was Cody's room when he lived there. Now, here's this little mirror. They didn't even bother wiping it down before they took the pictures for this. They're just like, fuck it, dude. This right here was my room / stream room. My computer and camera were lined up against this wall on the right here, facing here. So you can see, here's the little brick chimney that some of you guys might remember this, right? As you can see, there's like a garbage bag over the back window there. This is a painted 2x4. This is not a wall. This is a painted 2x4. I know this because one time I had a friend over and I spray painted Goblin onto it. They painted over it. It was a 2x4. They just painted over it to match the wall. They were just like, fuck it. They'll never know it's a 2x4. They'll never know it's a fucking plywood, dude. Not plywood. They'll never know, right? This back here was a closet. You can see that door? There's a closet that's like sandwiched between the roof, right? And the problem was when you walk in that closet, the roof was rotting. So all these panels, you can see this crack right here, this panel starting to fall down. The roof was literally caving in. If you went in this closet, the insulation is literally falling out of the fucking roof. Why is it twisted? Great question. Once again, the whole roof is collapsing. So yeah, the little pillar here is literally twisted. You can see they've made these like minor repairs to it over the years. This house is ready to cave in on me. There was a hole in the wall right fucking here that they just slapped a board over and they were like, fuck, yeah, that's good enough. That'll do. You know, fuck it. And then all the like, when I first moved in, they had spray painted like RIP and a bunch of names here. I didn't put those, other people put those. They just painted over it with blue paint that doesn't really seem to match anything, you know? Here's the other angle of it. So this is kind of a better view. This is where my PC was. This is where like you guys would see the background when I was streaming. Look, you can literally see the roof caving in. Look at the insulation. The roof's literally collapsing. Like they built this little like this used to be a normal attic and they literally built this little sub room. Like these walls and this fake ceiling were all built as like a shoddy landlord special to hide the fact that the roof is literally caving in. Like the amount of mold that I must have ingested living in this home was unfucking believable, right? And I slept 5 feet away from this. My bed was right here. I would close this door and my bed was right here, right? Fucking unbelievable. This is a living. Here's another angle. So this window, this is the window. I would barricade this. I would stuff stuff in here because like I didn't want people seeing in. I was paranoid. I was still like peak coke paranoia. So I just stuffed shit in the window so people couldn't see. Right? Fucking just brutal home. This is this is our backyard. Woo! You like the rotting wood? And this little staircase down, I doubt there's going to be a picture of it, honestly. Yeah, this was our backyard. So I'd also like to highlight the airport is like literally 5 feet to our left. Okay. Yeah, here was our yard. Beautiful, if you ask me. I like this. This is a scene out of a horror movie. This is not, there's no way they posted this fucking picture on Zillow. This is literally a picture out of a horror movie. Who on earth thought this was good to add to the Zillow listing for this home? Fucking, let's keep going. So here's the other angle. This is the basement. Oh my God, I hope they photographed the basement. Holy shit, I hope they have basement pics. I for their own well-being. Here it is, look. So this was once upon a time the back door to the basement. The wood on the back door rotted away, and they literally just slapped plywood over it and nailed it shut. So there was only ever one exit, one real exit and entrance to the basement. Okay? Let's see, do we have any basement pics in here? I really doubt they're going to show the basement. I really doubt it. Yeah, it seems like they're just looping all the pics again. Yeah. Guys, I just want you to understand, if they were willing to put this picture in there, imagine how bad the basement is that they won't even show it. They were putting pictures like this in there. Like, yeah, this looks great. They won't even show you the fucking basement, okay? Imagine how bad that fucking basement is, guys. I don't have any pictures of it. The basement was not a place I went. I would not go spend time in the basement. Yeah, beautiful home. Yeah, that's why our rent was $650. Yeah, it probably is $1,000 a month now. That's the craziest part, dude. This market's all fucked up. $650 rent makes sense now. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? From the outside, you're like, dude, you paid $650 for all that? Yeah, take a look, buddy. Yeah, lap of luxury. Oh my God. When was this house built? Bro, probably like 1950, dude. Unc got home from World War II and just fucking bought a plot of land and built a shed on it. Oh my God. What does the description say here? They didn't even bother. They didn't even put a description, dude. They were like, fuck it. Oh my God. Look at this. They sold it in December 2020 for $17,000. And they're now trying to flip it with no improvements for $58,000. $17,000 they sold this house for. The craziest, dude, I don't even know if I'd pay 17 for this. Like, genuinely, I don't even know if I'd pay 17 for this. This house was so depressing, guys. You guys have no idea. This was the rock bottom of my life, living in this home. Like, it was nowhere but up from here, dude. This was the worst of the worst era for me. This is like a $15K house in a good economy. Yeah, dude, it was a shithole. Look at the Zestimate, too. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, fuck off. For sure, dude. But also, like, look at the other houses around here. Like, look at this, $30K. Look at this fucking shithole. This is the average Springfield house, bro. Look, this is a very, I saw backyards like this all the time. I went to people's houses where we would be smoking on these old chairs covered in black mold. You know, like this is just how people live in these places. Look at this. What are they doing in here? What are they fucking doing in here? Oh my, yo, this one is crazy. What the fuck is this house? Oh my God. This is actually a hoarder house. Guys, welcome to Springfield, Illinois. Oh my fucking, oh, the little diapers make me sad. The diapers actually make me sad. That's really sad. The baby stuff makes me sad. That's horrible. Look at this, dude. Look at this. Oh my God. Dude, what did they do here? Like, what actually even occurred in this home? This is peak tweaker. Yeah, guys, meth is really big in this town. Meth is the #1 drug of choice in this town. Everybody's a meth head here. So, like, a lot of these houses you see start to make sense when you view it under that context of, like, they're all smoking meth all day. You know? This house is literally greening. This shit is rotting. Yeah, think about it, guys. We can buy a perk palace right here, bro. 30,000. How many viewers do we have right now? Let's break down that math. How many viewers? We have 600 viewers, okay? 6,060. Bro, each of you puts in $50 and we have this house today. If all 600 of you throw $50, this house is ours. Who's in for a timeshare, baby? Who's in for a fucking timeshare? Who's up, baby? A 600-way timeshare. If we split it evenly, everyone can get up to 6 hours a year in this home. Okay? Do I get to live there? Yeah, for 6 hours annually. 6 to 12 hours annually. Let's timeshare this shit, chat. No, let's really do it. Look at it. This could be your next vacation home, okay? This could be your next vacation home. Let's see, what part of town is this in? It's off Reynolds. Oh, this is actually a very, like, central part of the town. It's certainly not nice, but you're close to a lot of stuff. Wait, this is a weird spot. Wait, what the fuck is this zoning? Brother, what the fuck? We have the horse-drawn carriage brick road. Giant park. We're literally across the street from a hospital. Springfield Memorial Hospital. Oh, bro, where's HSA? This is where I went when I got the screwdriver in the knee. This hospital right here. Low-key, not bad, actually. They took care of me. Did me up on the fence, too. Dude, look at this house. Springfield zoning is crazy, dude. It makes no sense. Like, they have not repaved any of the roads since, like, horses were drawing the carriages. Look at this! This is the average Springfield road, brother. I want you guys to understand how cooked this town is. This is the average Springfield road. We clicked one street over, and it's just chopped. They will never fix this either, I guarantee it. They will never fix this, ever. Look, average Springfield road. Look how chopped these are, dude. They haven't repaved this in 50 fucking years. And then here we are at the nice hospital across the street. Here we are. Here's Springfield Memorial. Here we are. Street's nicer. Beautiful. And then just across the street, Tweak Den in the distance. Oh, shit. Okay, no, we got sidetracked there, didn't we?